Hi, this is Natalie at Happy Nat Yoga. Welcome to this short 40 to 45 minutes flow where we really open up the chest and practice that self-love towards ourselves, our body and our mind. Find a comfortable seat and I hope you enjoy. So we'll make a start. Find that comfortable seated position of your choice. Legs can be crossed. You can be on the knees, you can have the legs out long, whichever feels more comfortable. And just bring the eyes to a close. Rest the hands on your knees or in your lap. And just start to focus on your natural breath. Just breathing in and out through the nose. Taking this time to arrive on your mat. And slowly start to deepen the breath. Expanding and lengthening each inhale and exhale. We feel that breath moving in and out of the body. And noticing that natural rise and fall. And making the breath audible to you if that's comfortable, if that's within your practice. As you breathe, with each inhale, really focus on opening up that chest. I'm going to really work on keeping that space across the chest with today's practice. Really helping you to breathe that little bit deeper. And also to get deeper into our postures. And we'll set our intention, that intention to practice that self-love towards yourself. Speaking kind words, kind thoughts, learning to love both your body and your mind, appreciating what your body can do. As we really focus on keeping this chest open, we're really opening up that heart space and really creating that notion of opening up that love towards yourself and sending that love to others. And just take a few more moments here. And we'll slowly bring the hands together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Take a deep breath in, lift the chest to the thumbs. And exhale, bow the head to hands. And as we move through this practice, notice any thoughts, any sensations. If there's any doubt that starts to creep in, just check in, observe, accept, and speak those loving, kind words to yourself. And we'll open up the eyes. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead, gazing up towards the thumbs, plug those shoulders down. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, drop the elbows down, really open up that chest, that heart space. Taking those goddess arms. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead once more. Then use that exhale to release the arms down to either side, palms facing down towards the floor. Draw those pinky fingers back, squeeze those shoulder blades. You can open up that chest a little bit more. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring the arms forward, bringing the right over the left, wrapping the arms round, giving yourself that big hug. Just finding a gentle lower of the head, so you've got that rounding across the back. Inhale, bring the arms up, and exhale, bring them out to the side once more. Deep breath in, draw those fingers back, open up that chest. And exhale, bring those arms forward, this time left on top of the right. Wrap those arms round. Lift the shoulders and then use that exhale to lower. Find that gentle round across the back. Give yourself that hug. Inhale to come all the way back up. Exhale, arms to the side. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Last time we'll take those goddess arms. Exhale, bend the elbows. Open up that chest. Shift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. And exhale, slowly release the hands down. We'll release the legs and come into that tabletop position. Again, taking your time. Tops of the feet on the floor. Knees, legs as wide as the mat. Spread those fingers wide. Claw through those fingertips to help alleviate that pressure in the wrists. Finding our neutral tabletop position here. Really lift up from the floor. Feeling that length through the spine. We'll move through our cow-cat pose. Using that inhale to drop the belly. Open up the chest. Find that extension through the spine. Exhale to round. Tuck the chin. Tuck the tailbone. Come into that cat pose. Inhale to drop the belly, moving back into your cow. And exhale to round. Now taking this in your own time with your own breath. Making this as big or as small as you like. Really using those inhales to open up that chest, open up that front side of the body. And those exhales to really open up the back of the body. Take a few more rounds wherever you are. And always the option to close the eyes as you find that deeper connection. Take one more round. We'll meet in a neutral tabletop position. Grounding through that right hand. Inhale, peel the left arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Open up that chest, really draw that shoulder back. Find as much space as you can. And exhale to release down. Second side. Inhale, right arm sweeps all the way up. Really open the chest, feel that gentle twist through the back. Draw the belly button in here to protect the spine. And exhale, release that right hand down. Bring the toe mounds together, knees as wide as the mat. And sink back into your Balasana Child's Pose. Walking the hands forward, melting the head, the chest down towards the floor. Really feel that opening through the hips, through the back of the body, and opening through the chest, the triceps as you reach the arms forward. And use each exhale to sink a little bit deeper. Just remind yourself you can come into this position at any time, taking that rest when you need, being kind to your body, listening, and practicing that self-love, that compassion. And on On your next inhale, shift the gaze forward, shift the body. Legs are hip width apart, tuck the toes, and slowly peeling up into your downward facing dog. And pedaling through the feet. Take any movement here that feels comfortable. Finding that foundation, the feet are hip width apart, hands are shoulder width. Really plug those shoulders down. When it feels comfortable, slowly start to bring yourself to stillness. Grounding those heels, they don't have to touch the floor. Remember, just accept where you are, love where you are today. And keep dropping those shoulders down. Really feel this notion of trying to draw your chest closer towards your thighs, but keep drawing that belly button in to keep that length through the back. Take one more breath. Inhale to shift that gaze forward. Bend the knees, step or walk your feet to the top of the mat, coming into that forward fold. Have as much bend in the knees as comfortable. Allow the arms and the head to hang heavy. Really feel that opening across the hamstrings, into the lower back. An option, you can take hold of the elbows. Find a gentle rock from side to side. And still keep breathing into that chest, to that heart space. Find as much space as you can. And slowly come back through center. Release the arms, bend the knees, tuck the chin, and slowly roll up through the spine. Taking your time, releasing the shoulders back and down, and bringing the head to come up last. Feet can be together or hip width apart. We'll bring the palms facing forward and standing strong in our Tadasana mountain pose. An option to close the eyes here. Allow for any dizziness to pass. Making this an active standing posture as you ground through all four corners of the feet. You really feel that lift through the front body as you breathe in, and that grounding through the back body as you breathe out. To press those shoulders down, really open up that heart space. Take one deep breath in through the nose and through the mouth. Exhale, release everything out. We're going to take 3 swan dives to really working on opening up that chest. Again, feet can be together or hip width apart, whichever is more comfortable for you. And always working to keep a soft bend in the knees. Protect those joints, find where's comfortable. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive forward, bring the arms out to either side. Really lead with that chest, keep that gaze over the tip of the nose. And come into your forward fold, Uttanasana, place the hands where it's comfortable. Inhale, find a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to soften and fold. Inhale, arms come out to the side, shift that gaze forward, keep length in the spine, come all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale, releasing down to the side. We'll take that 2 more times. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, dive forward, really lead with the chest, hinge from the hips. Draw the belly button in, protect that spine, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, flat back, hands can come to the thigh shins or maybe just off the floor. And exhale to fold. Inhale, arms come out to the side, come all the way back up, ground through those feet. And exhale to release. Last one, this time we'll move into that sun salutation, but making sure you're at the top of the mat. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, arms out to either side, diving forward, lead of that chest, forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to soften and bow. Bend the knees, plant the hands, and step the right foot to the back of the mat. Drop that back knee down and come into your low lunge. Toes can be tucked or top of the foot on the floor. Using that inhale to roll those shoulders back, lift that chest, that gaze forward, tenting the fingertips. Now option, you can stay here, or using that inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, bend the elbows, cactus arms, open up that chest. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release the hands down. Step the left to meet the right. Knees together, feet on the floor, come into that low plank position. Really draw that floor away from you. Keep that gaze slightly forward to the top of the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower the chest, belly all the way down, modified chaturanga. And then bring the elbows underneath the shoulders, coming into your Sphinx pose, forearms on the ground. Really open up that chest and drop those shoulders. Uddiyana Bandha is engaged here. Draw that belly button in. And exhale to slowly release. Inhale onto the knees, tuck the toes, and exhale up into your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And keep checking on those shoulders, plug them down away from the ears. And inhale, sweep that gaze forward, step the right foot to the top of the mat. Take as many steps as you need and drop that back knee down and come into that low lunge. Shine that chest forward, deep breath in here, always the option to stay here. Or using that inhale, arms come all the way up. And exhale, bend the arms, open up that chest, draw the belly button in. And exhale to slowly release the hands down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and step the left to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to soften and bow. Inhale, bring the arms, the torso all the way up. And exhale, drop the hands through to heart center. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. We'll take another round, adding on. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, dive forward, lead with the chest, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to soften and bow. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Drop that back knee down, find that foundation in your low lunge. Option to stay here or inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, bend the elbows, open up that chest. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, release the hands down. Grounding through the right hand. Inhale, peel that left arm up towards the ceiling. Really open up that chest. Find length in the spine. An option if you want a little bit more, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. And an option to gaze towards that top hand. Really open that chest, deep breath here. And exhale, release that hand down. Step the left to meet the right. And come into your high or low plank. Always drop those knees down. Be kind if you need to. Inhale here in your high or low plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra sphinx, maybe upward facing dog. And tuck the toes. And exhale up into your downward facing dog. few moments here. Find that grounding through the heels, press through the hands, open up that chest, gaze towards the knees. Inhale to shift that gaze forward, step the right foot to the top of the mat, drop the back knee down, low lunge. Option, use that inhale to lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, release the hands down. Ground through the left. Inhale, peel that right arm up towards the ceiling. Opening up that chest. And always the option to tuck the toes and lift the back knee. Gaze up towards that top hand. Deep breath here. And exhale, release that hand down. Tuck the back toes, bend that back knee. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to soften and bow. Inhale, bring the arms to torso all the way up. And exhale through to heart center. Take a deep breath. Notice how you feel. Then we'll slowly shift our weight onto that right foot, soft bend in that right leg, and step the left foot back. Both toes are facing forward as we come into that high lunge. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, bend the elbows out to the side, open up that chest once more. Take a breath here, try and keep a bend in that front leg. And using that inhale to lengthen through the front leg, bring the arms up overhead. And pivot on the feet, release the arms down so you're coming to face the long edge of the mat. Keep a soft bend in the knees. The legs are about one leg's distance apart or wherever is comfortable for your body. Draw that belly button in. Inhale, bring the arms all the way out to the side. Take up space. Draw those pinkies back. Really open up that chest. And on your next inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Take up space. Deep breath here. And then using that exhale to fold forward. Lead with the chest, arms come forward. Coming all the way down. Now option, you can place the hands on the floor, maybe onto the lower legs, whichever is more comfortable for you. But really using inhales to find length and exhales to fold a little bit deeper. Keep trying to open up that chest as much as you can. Really drop those shoulders down and keep a soft bend in the knees. And whenever we're in forward folds, we're always shifting the weight into the balls of the feet. Take a deep breath here. And using that inhale, bring yourself all the way up, halfway. Exhale, bring the hands onto the hips. Inhale to come all the way up. Pivot the heels in, toes out towards the sides. Keep the knees in line with the toes as we move into our goddess or god pose if you're a man. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the arms, really open up that chest, tuck that tailbone under. We'll just take one more breath here. And using that exhale to release, come back up through standing. Take a breath here. And we're going to take the second side. So pivot your feet towards the back of the mat. And this time you've got the left foot forward, the right foot back, and come into that high lunge. So both hips are facing forward. You can always keep the hands on the hips or using that inhale to bring the arms up overhead. Take a breath here and use that exhale, bend the elbows, really open up that chest. Deep breath here, ground through those feet, square those hips. And on your next inhale, lengthen through both legs, bring the arms up overhead. Release the arms as you pivot the feet to bring yourself to face the long edge of the mat once more. Inhale, arms come up to either side. Make sure those feet are parallel to one another. Take a breath here. And use your next inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Really spread those fingers wide. Take up space. You deserve it. You deserve that space, that love. Really open the chest. And use that next exhale, folding forward. Again, lead with that heart space, folding all the way down and placing the hands where it's comfortable. Either on the legs or on the floor, we're going to move into our twist. So placing that left hand into the center of the floor, the mat, can either come onto the fingertips or maybe bring the hand on the floor. Or take a bend in the knees if you need to bring that hand down. Use your next inhale to peel that right arm up towards the ceiling. Open up that chest. Really draw that gaze up towards that right hand. Really feel that twist through the spine. Deep breath. And exhale, releasing that right hand down, swapping sides. Ground through the right. Inhale, peel that left arm all the way up. Really open up that chest. Deep breath here. Option to gaze up towards that left hand. And exhale to fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Really lead with the chest. Exhale, place the hands onto the hips. Inhale to come all the way up. And exhale to release. Pivot those heels in, toes out. Again, we're going to take that star-like shape once more. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead. An option, you can stay here. Or maybe lift the heels, come onto the toes, building strength, really opening up the body. Keep that deep breath, maybe feel that tremble, that shake. And use that exhale to lower the heels straight away, bend those knees, bend those arms out to the side, goddess pose. Hold here, deep breath. And use that exhale to slowly release the arms down. Take a breath here. Pivot the feet to the top of the mat and step back to the top. Feet can be together or hip width apart. Palms facing forward to Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a few moments here. Reconnect with the breath. Really open up that chest. Notice how you feel. Practice those kind words, kind thoughts. You're doing amazing. We'll move through our sun salutation to come down to the floor. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, diving forward, leading with the chest, hinging from the hips, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to soften and bow. Bend the knees, plant the hands, and step both feet to the back of the mat. High or low plank, or or you can go straight into your child's pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Maybe you lower all the way down, maybe halfway. Inhale into your Sphinx, Cobra, or upward facing dog. Tucking the toes, exhale up. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a few breaths here. Really open up that chest. Plug those shoulders down, gaze towards the knees. Engage up through the thighs. Take one deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slowly bring the knees down to the floor. Toe mounds together, flip the feet. Knees can be together or wide, or melt the sit bones back. You can come into your Balasana, child's pose. And take a few moments here. Really opening up that chest. Allowing yourself to sink that little bit deeper. Again, speaking kindly to yourself, speaking kind words, kind thoughts, and giving your body that well-deserved rest. On your next inhale, shift that gaze forward, shifting the body. Bring the legs underneath or round the side to come down to sit. And take one final chest opener. And take the feet hip width apart, bend in the knees. And you've got about half a leg's distance maybe between the heels and the sit bones. Placing those hands behind, fingertips facing forward. Squeeze the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades, really lift up from the floor, lift that chest. Draw that belly button in. We're going to come into that reverse tabletop position. So as you ground through the feet, inhale, lift the sit bones off the floor. You can always stay here if this is enough, or shift those knees forward, shift the hips up, stack the knees over the ankles, reverse tabletop position, really lift up from the floor. Squeeze the glutes, draw the belly button in. Take one breath here. And exhale to slowly release down. Lengthen the legs out long. Legs together, flex the toes towards you. You can have a soft bend in the knees here, as much bend as comfortable. So you can keep that length through the spine. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead. And exhale, folding forward, leading with the chest. Hinging from the hips, come into that forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Again, the hands can be on the thighs, the shins, maybe the toes, but really make sure you've got that length in the spine. You're leading with that chest each time. Use those inhales to find length. And exhales to fold. Really feeling this notion of using the inhales to lift up and exhales to deepen. Take a few more here. And on your next inhale, slowly come all the way back up. Find that length through the spine. Shifting forward, bend the knees and make sure you've got that space to lie down on your back. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. And exhale, start to round through the back. Shift the arms forward. Draw that belly button in. Slowly releasing all the way down. Head, shoulders, hands onto the floor. Draw the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around the legs. And find that gentle rock or circular motions or stillness, whichever is more comfortable. Just feeling that opening across the back. Slowly coming back through center. One last squeeze of the knees in. Option to lift the shoulders and the head off the floor. Squeezing everything in, give yourself that big hug. And exhale to slowly release down. Placing the soles of the feet on the floor. Bring the arms out to either side into that cactus position. So bend the elbows, elbows in line with the shoulders. Ground that lower back into the floor. Then lift the legs so the knees are stacking over the hips and the lower legs are parallel with the floor. Take a deep breath in and use that exhale to drop the knees towards the left-hand side. Take as far as comfortable. Allow that hip to lift. You've got that twist through the spine. And really keeping those shoulders grounded. Really feel that openness across the chest. Keep that deep breath. And allow yourself to surrender, to let go, to sink a little bit deeper, and give your body that well-deserved rest. That self-love that we practice towards ourselves is both to the body, to the mind, and it's in those moments of rest as much as it is in the movement. Take one more breath here. And slowly bring the knees back up through center. And exhale, dropping them to the other side. And take what's comfortable. Keep that openness across the chest. And hold here. And allow the body to become heavier and heavier. Keep noticing any sensation, notice any thoughts. Allow them to pass and just keep coming back to that breath. On your next inhale, bring the knees back through center. One last final squeeze. Hug those knees in. And exhale, release the legs down. Take your feet as wide as the mat. We've just got one final stretch before we come into our Shavasana. The legs are as wide as the mat. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead. Take the arms wide so it's making that starfish shape like we did before. Deep breath in, flex the feet to start with, really reaching with the fingers. And then slowly point the toes. Notice that difference in the stretch. Really reaching, open up. Feel that openness across the chest, through the sides of the body, the back. And then use that exhale to slowly release. Bring the arms down to either side. And come into that Shavasana, our relaxation. Then you can take a bend in the knees, feet as wide as the mat, and bring the knees into touch. This is the perfect Shavasana position. If you've got any pain, discomfort in the lower back, just gives that extra support. Otherwise, extending the legs out long, arms to either side, and bring those palms up towards the ceiling to really help that opening in the body. Bring the eyes to a close. wherever you are, just take a deep breath in through the nose and through the mouth. Release everything out. 2 more like this. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. Empty everything out. Last one. Make this your deepest inhale yet. And exhale. Release everything out. Return to your natural breath. Allow the body to become a little bit heavier. Sinking deeper and deeper into your Shavasana. Now feel free to stay here for as long as you like. This video is a little bit shorter than the hour class on Friday. You can stay here for as long as you like, depending on your time, depending on how you feel. Maybe play a particular song that you like, or maybe just listen to the sounds around you. Now this is where I'll leave you. You can stay here. Stay grounding into the mat. Just gently bring the hands together at heart center. Lift the thumbs up to the third eye, the space between the brows. Just take a moment. Notice how you feel. Speak those kind, loving words to yourself whenever those negative thoughts of doubt start to creep in. Tell yourself you're amazing. You deserve this time for yourself. And thank yourself for taking this time to show up, to be kind to your body and your mind. And namaste.